Betsy.
Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have you today. I want to introduce you to my guest. This is Befriend Your Body Week. And today I have the fabulous Betsy Moore with me from Be More Healthy. And Betsy helps women get back into the kitchen, busy moms or any busy women who have been going through the drive-through too much and are looking to make a change. She has a fabulous program coming up, and I'm going to let her talk to you a little bit about it, as well as a winter recipe cookbook, which I just purchased, and it's beautiful, and I love it. So, Betsy, can you tell us a little more about what you do?
Well, thanks, Michelle. Yes, I have a program coming up called the Busy Women Mealtime Makeover, where I take a group of women for a month, for 4 weeks, and we cook 12 new recipes, all real food-based recipes that are very quick and easy and affordable, which I think is another important thing when it comes to health food. And they cook in their kitchens, I cook in my kitchen, and then we meet back up online and talk about the recipes, talk about what's going well, what's not going well with the recipes, and we support each other in getting back into the kitchen and getting creative and staying away from some of the packaged foods for a month.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, and I also have, like Michelle said, I have a winter cookbook out. It's all winter warming recipes, and it's all using real, ingredients that you can find at your local grocery store. So easy, quick stuff that you can do in your own kitchen.
Great. When you were talking about the mealtime makeover, it seems like a big fun party, getting women back in the kitchen and having fun. So a lot of people think that it's not fun to be in the kitchen. So I like that you're bringing that back to women.
Yeah, I get a lot of feedback from, a lot of women that, I hate cooking, I don't want to do this. And then they sign up, for my program because I really try to make it fun. And I was one of those women. My husband did all the cooking before. I hated it. I hated doing it because I was working full time. And then I realized that it doesn't have to be so hard. Right. And you don't have to have these complicated detailed, 25 ingredient recipes. It's really just about getting something real on the table because you're going to do it again in a couple hours, so it doesn't have to be that complicated. So that's what I really try to teach to these women is, it's about getting in there and finding your creativity. That too. I want women to kind of fall in love with cooking when they're done with this program.
Beautiful. Love that. It's great. So you mentioned that it was a few years ago you weren't cooking that much and your husband was doing most of the cooking. And I totally can relate to that. I was like the same way. I would go to the grocery store and come home with all this food and my husband would be like, "What's for dinner?" I was like,
Yeah.
So it goes to show that it doesn't take that long to learn to get back in the kitchen.
No, and I'm not a chef by any means. Like, I don't know the proper way to cut things. Like, I'm not like a trained chef. I just know how to get something decent on the table that prevents us from spending a fortune on food every month. Right. And, feeding my family whole foods so that we all feel better. My husband, lost weight. His cholesterol's better now. And I feel a lot better eating food that I make at home. So I wanted to kind of spread that love to other women.
Beautiful. And you are spreading the love.
Oh, I try.
So let's talk about before you became Miss Healthy Betsy. Was there a time that you ever hated on your body or had trouble really listening to your body or didn't treat yourself so well?
Absolutely. I think it's like both ways. I think my body kind of was hating me too. Back in the day, it was kind of like showing me that things were not working. We didn't have a good relationship back and forth, I think. I had really bad headaches when I was in college and I would have like IBS symptoms and I definitely had anxiety issues. I really couldn't handle stress very well. But I wasn't eating very well. I was definitely what you would call a junk food vegetarian. I would live on diet soda and, fat-free pretzels and the bean burritos at Taco Bell. I love those. So I was eating what I thought was healthier food, taking out the fat, but it wasn't agreeing with me. So my body was kind of not liking me. I think it was like showing me signs that things are not working out here. So I think it's kind of a two-way street. We have to love our bodies and then they'll love us back.
I love that because that's true. A friendship is a two-way street. So if you're befriending your body and you both have to work together.
Right. And I think it's really about realizing that our bodies are showing us signs when things are not working out. I think it's like, if a girlfriend mate doesn't call you back, maybe something happened. And I think my body was kind of like, hey, you're getting these headaches, something's not working out, So I had to like dig deeper into that relationship to see, what's going wrong. What am I doing wrong on my side?
Exactly. So what was your turning point? Because you were not listening for a while, it sounds like.
Yes.
What was that turning point that made you say, I've got to do something?
My turning point definitely was when I went to a neurologist because my migraines were like horrible and I was like bedridden because I couldn't function with them. Mm-hmm. And the neurologist wanted to just, treat the symptoms. She just wanted me to take medications. And nothing against doctors. There's a lot of great doctors out there. But for me, that wasn't the solution that I wanted. I really wanted to see what was going on. Why was I getting these every day at the young age of like 20? So I started doing some research on, diet soda. Someone told me that could be linked to it because I was drinking like 6 cans of soda a day. I mean, that's a lot. Yeah. It was extreme. I was definitely addicted to it. Yeah. So like a lot of young girls are, I think, those diet sodas. So I definitely, as soon as I took that out of my diet, I just started kind of weaning myself. I would substitute water for one of them. Okay. And I just eventually started to get rid of it out of my system, and they went away. The headaches went away. I was like, this is amazing. So I was immediately, intrigued by this whole food, body connection.
That's wonderful. It's wonderful. So you didn't take the pills. You got off the diet soda.
I did. I didn't take them. I was like, I'm not going to do this on a regular basis. I got off the diet soda, and then it just kind of led me, very interested to the, this whole food and health food and how does it make our bodies feel.
Yeah. And I like how you took it slow. You added in more water because sometimes when you're addicted, it's really hard to get off of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when we think we have to, it's all or nothing. But that's another thing I really try to teach my clients is that it's all about small steps because, when we get overwhelmed and we think we have to change everything about our diet or our lifestyle, that's when we put our hands up and say, this is too much, I'm not doing this anymore. And we go back to our old ways. Yeah. So for me, it's all about adding small things in. So, small changes add up over time.
Great. I totally agree. And that kind of leads me into my next question because one of my goals for Befriend Your Body Week is to have women be able to take some of the tips we share and start implementing them into their lives right away. And it can be a small step or a bunch of little steps. But what is one great tip that you can offer to help women start befriending their body today?
I think, when it relates to the kind of work I do, another, great tip is really just to start planning what you're going to eat for the week. So starting to think through, I usually do it on Sundays. I just sit down, my husband might be watching a football game or something. I just write down, very quickly, like, what are we doing for the week? Does he have a work dinner one night? And do we have plans one night? And I kind of just plan out, like, what are we going to eat for the week? Because when you have a plan, that's what really sets you up for success. When we don't have plans when it comes to food, that's when we're driving through the drive-through. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's really just kind of having that plan, and that'll help you set up for the week.
Excellent. That's so true because it makes it so much easier and not overwhelming if you have that plan ahead of time. Like before I started to go to the grocery store with a list, I would just kind of go in there and just buy whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But being planned, and so you do it on a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon when your husband's watching football or whatever. You have a time for it, and that's great. So I think that's something that everyone can do to start thinking through their week, start planning ahead. Even if it's just a couple days at a time, would you say that's a good start?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're like, if you're someone that eats out every night, like I used to be too, start with one day a week. Just pick one day that week and decide I'm going to make something from scratch. And it could be one of your mom's, old recipes, or it could be, a family favorite or something that your husband's been dying to have for dinner. Just start off with one thing, and that's how you really learn to start getting back in the kitchen.
Excellent. All right, thank you. And I know that everyone who's watching today can definitely use that tip. And if you want to learn more about Betsy, you can look below and click the link and go on over and check out her program and her cookbook. And that also will help people get back in the kitchen by looking at that.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day, Bets.
Thanks, Michelle. Bye-bye.
Bye.